need a glass of chocolate milk. That's what I need. So hi ladies, it's Elisa here, and I just had a quick update on how my frozen embryo transfer went on Friday. So the last you guys heard was that I was supposed to be getting a call on Thursday to let me know what time on Friday I was supposed to show up. And so there was confusion about what phone number they were actually supposed to call me on, and so they left the voicemail on my house phone, and I can't check that for myself. So I was a little stressed out at the end of the day, but eventually my doctor had the nurse email me, and so we got the time figured out, and you still had to pee at a certain time, but instead of taking the diazepam before I got there, you didn't take the diazepam until they had you in the room that they actually do, in the procedure room. So, yeah, this time, the transfer was not easy. It was painful, not painful, it was really uncomfortable with a twinge of pain because I don't want to freak out anybody who hasn't done their transfer yet. Abby, I'm talking to you. I don't want to scare anyone, but it's because the last time that we had the transfer, they had you take the diazepam like half an hour before. So by the time I got there and they were doing everything down there, I mean, I was already, woo, I'm on diazepam. So in the drug cloud, but this time it hadn't even taken effect yet, and so it's just it's like a pap smear, really. It's very similar. So if you don't have any problems with that, then you probably wouldn't have any problems with this. But it's also in combination with the fact that you're hopped up on all of these hormones, and I'm already sitting there laying there on the table, worrying if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. And so I think it would have been more helpful to have the diazepam in, like, already moving through my system. But that's my clinics. That's how they roll now. So I think it would have helped my mood and stress factor out if I had already had something in my system to calm me down. But yeah, it was uncomfortable. Nothing I couldn't handle, obviously. I watched the whole thing this time on the screen, but I really couldn't. Again, it was just a fuzzy gray screen, and you could see the catheter. But I did cry a little bit, but mostly because of the overwhelming emotions that are going on when you're sitting there. And I was laying there, Brian was behind me, and I was holding his hand with this hand, and kind of just clenching my blanket with the other hand, and just trying to watch and go, like, just calmly handle the whole situation, not try to stress, but how can you not, right? I mean, but yeah, so it was fine, and then went home, fine. I basically slept for like 4 or 5 hours afterwards, so that was nice to get that rest. And then all weekend, because the transfer was on Friday, and then I just laid around the house for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was hard to lay around the house that, I'm like, I need to do laundry, I want to do dishes, that, the house could use a vacuum, but, all of those things, they could wait. And so I was just being crazy, but it's just hard to sit around. I thought I was going to enjoy it more than I did, to just sit around for 2 days. I was really, strict with myself, diligent, about staying in bed, relaxing, not getting up too much for, no good reason, just getting up to eat or go to the bathroom, or, and I went from laying on the couch to laying on the bed to, flitting about the house to try to change the scenery. But there's only so many movies you can watch, and I'm a reader, but there's only so much reading I can do in 3 days. But it was fine. The transfer was fine. So we have one blastocyte inside, growing, hopefully. I asked the doctor what grade it was, just to be, I knew that it probably didn't matter, but it was a 5AA, so that's the best you can get. But if you guys remember, the last embryo was a 5AA too, so it's hard to be excited. I mean, I am excited, but it's hard to be excited because we were so excited last time and so sure that it was going to work, and the doctor was, all about this should totally work, and then it didn't, which I'm sure other people have watched these videos. They've also gone through that, that disappointment. So, you know, not trying to place too much pressure on myself, just trying to relax and not stress and be very zen. But yeah, so it's done. And today was Monday. I went back to work. And I work at a desk job, so I mean, I was not like getting up a lot or anything. You know, it's fairly zen right now. So that's basically it. I don't have any more updates for you. Basically feeling all that I was feeling in the last video. I'm sorry, it was kind of a sniveler then, but yeah, just some low-grade nausea, cramping, some cramping, really low, obviously, really low cramping, which hopefully is a good sign. No spotting or bleeding or anything. But yeah, her handing me the piece of paper that said, okay, this is when you go for your first beta, this is when you're going for your second beta, we'll call you that day, and, you know, here's your due date, and here's when you would stop your meds, and, you know, all of that information. When she hands you that paper, it was overwhelming a little, again, to look and see, oh, you know, I'd be due at the end of June. That sounds awesome, but we don't know if it's going to work, so I don't know if anything will be happening at the end of June. So yeah, I wish I had a more upbeat note. I mean, I'm really glad that we had this transfer. I thought that it would take forever, and now it's here already, here and done. So, but yeah, it's just hard to be as excited about this one because, you know, your heart's still kind of healing from the last one not working. So, you know, try to be hopeful and optimistic, but realistic so you're not completely devastated in the end. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My first beta is Saturday. This coming up Saturday. So I don't even have to wait that long. I'm being kind of a baby about the whole thing. Yeah, so we don't find out on Saturday. They call us after our second beta to see, hopefully tell us that the levels are rising or that both of them are 0 like last time or whatever. So you'll find out for sure Monday. And I'm gonna remind my nurse that I want her to leave a voicemail like last time so that I can listen to that information with Brian on Monday night, and hopefully it'll be good news this time. So from today, you know, I only have 7 days to wait, so it's not so bad. I mean, it's not a full 2-week wait. I know in some other countries and even some clinics, they want you to wait like 14 days after your 5-day transfer. And that's a full 2-week wait. That's a whole lot of nonsense. So I don't think I would have that kind of patience. Anyway, so I'm trying to convince Brian to maybe pee on a stick on Sunday after my first beta, but before we get the results. But I'm pretty sure that that's not going to work out. I mean, you know, if we had taken a test before the last beta, I'm really positive that we wouldn't have taken the news any better that the next day when we found out. So I don't know that it would help us really in dealing with it like a day earlier or anything. So I don't know. I want to pee on a stick because I want to see the 2 lines and stuff, but I don't want to have to not see any lines. So ladies, just to wrap it up, I have 7 days that I have to wait, and hopefully my positive attitude improves. I think it's a combination of being tired and hopped up full of hormones that it's hard for me to be excited. So we have 7 days until we find out whether I am pregnant or not. And until then, I'm just going to really try to enjoy being pregnant until proven otherwise. So, thanks for your guys' support, and thanks for watching. And as always, I'll be talking to you.